And welcome back to the Director of Football Journeyman with colo-colo on Football Manager 2020. Today we're going to look at the end of season awards, and then we're going to see how the transfer window goes, and depending on how many transfers are done, we'll decide if we play the first game of the season. You might remember the last episode, which, for me, literally just happened. I'm still really annoyed. We failed to qualify for the Copa Sudamerica, which is disappointing. Got 9th. God damn Concepcion. They ruined our season one way or another. So, bastards. Anyway, so for today, we are going to look at the awards. So the player that won the player of the season was Astorga. To be fair, he's been a very, very good player this year. From what we've seen anyway, he's been a staple in the team. Riquelme got 2nd and Figueroa got 3rd. Yeah, it's fair enough. Those three, probably the most important players, the ones who played the most games, proves that every team in the league was playing this formation before I arrived, because this is the formation that we have as well. Sebastian Figueroa scored goal of the season against Deportes Iquique, 23rd of July. Was that before or after I arrived? It was when I arrived, because we're playing 4-2-4. Let's have a look at it and see, was it actually a good goal? Because I don't remember this one, to be fair. So Zuniga puts it out wide to Riquelme. Whips it across. Okay, fair enough. That's quite a good goal. Young player of the season, Astorga. I'm assuming he's going to be, he's wanted by O'Higgins. Don't really want us to be selling our best players to rivals, but I don't have much of a say in it. In terms of team of the season, Salinas in goal, only goalkeeper I played. Tati, who we sold to Qatar. Yep, sold him to Qatar. I don't think he's that good of a player, but according to this, best right back. Astorga, Pizarro and Zuniga make up the rest of the back four. Tapia and Salaberry as our DMs. Figueroa, central midfield. Funes Mori and Riquelme as the wide men, and Yara up front. Interesting. Top scorer was Riquelme. Highest average rating, Tapia. Most assists, Pizarro, Cornetto, Tapia, Yara and Mori with 4 assists each. Really did not score many goals, to be fair. I'm surprised that many people had 4 assists, because we were shocking. Salaberry with the best pass completion at 84%. Tapia for player of the matches. Astorga with 9 yellow cards, and he had 1 red, along with Molina, who also had a single red card. Season review, it wasn't a good season. Nope. Expected much, or to make much of the title running, but ultimately flattered to deceive when we look back at the mid-table finish with plenty of disappointment. Suffered a dismal campaign, playing well below expectations for the majority of the season, and descended into a tailspin that saw them drop from 5th to 11th by March. 52% full attendance. That would explain why they didn't want to increase the stadium capacity. I did ask. They said no. I said I'd ask before they up sticks and leave, but it's not going to happen. We used 34 players, and it was only 3rd highest. So 2 more teams played more than 34 players. Interesting. Expectations for next season for the club vision: they want attacking football, high reputation players. Do not sign players over the age of 30. High reputation players who aren't over 30. Going to be interesting. Fair enough. 5-year plan is work within the wage budget. Minimum 3-year contracts for first team players. I have no control over that. That's the director of football's job. And they want us to challenge for the title, which we can do. No continental football this year. That should be the one thing we're pushing for. They're expecting to sell the club at some point. So I'm expecting this to change when this happened, when the club gets sold. I'm expecting these to change for the new crowd, if I'm even still here. Dynamics, we already looked at in the end of the last episode. It's not great. Team meeting. I'm aiming for the title. Can't think of anything to say. We can win the title, boys. Come on. Yeah. like I said, there's going to be big changes for next season. I intend on changing quite a substantial amount of... Well, I'm intending on getting rid of a bunch of players. Whether the director of football does that and brings in players to fill the positions that we get rid of players in is a totally different story. But Figueroa gets most popular player in Chile, which, well done. You deserve it, I guess. And I feel like this is different Yarrow. Yeah, it's a different Yarrow. Okay, I was going to say, if he's only a 3-star all of a sudden, that's disappointing. So that is the awards done. We will be back in a moment for the transfer roundup. It's going to be a little while for me because I have to go through the squad, see who we're going to get rid of. Because as it is right now, plenty of players here that I can see that just haven't really performed. Wage-wise, there's nobody on massive money that I'm looking to get rid of, that I want to get rid of. Whether or not the director of football considers getting rid of some of these players, I can, like Astorga. I see Astorga leaving because he's only valued 775k. I don't think he has he doesn't have a minimum release clause, which is good. But there's a lot of players here that we could probably get rid of. That probably will be leaving. And in the reserves or under 19s, again, a lot of players here that I can see will probably end up leaving or going into the first team to take the place of somebody who does leave. Like Lucas Diaz, wouldn't mind him leaving. He's not that good. In my opinion, he's not that good. I think he's just full Chilean. I thought he had Polish nationality as well. But yeah, when we come back in the next part, you'll get to see what happened to the team, because Mari won't be here more than likely. I can't imagine Mari's going to want to stay. I wouldn't be surprised if Velez just said no to sending him back. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And yeah, hopefully good things, because we need to win the league this year. Otherwise, I am going to be a very, very angry panda. So, back in a second for the transfer roundup. Again, I don't know how I keep forgetting to do this, but this is the budgets for next season. We have a wage budget of 72k and a transfer budget of 10.91. So that means that exactly what I said was going to happen. They were going to take wage budget away, but they were going to leave the transfer budget. So this is why, if they're going to decrease your wage budget and you have an excess like we do in wages, just throw on the transfer budget. They're probably not going to take your transfer budget away from you, but the wage budget has decreased. Now we can just swap transfer budget back into wage budget if we need it. Thinking. FM. Learn the ways of FM, and FM will treat you well. Right, now we're actually going to be back in the next part for the transfer window. Right, fellas, transfer window has come and almost gone. It closes at midnight tonight, so we do have a little while longer for transfers to be done. Don't expect a whole lot, to be fair. First game of the season is against Universidad de Chile, so that'll be the next episode. We're not going to do that maybe we will. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure out. I'll see how long this whole transfer talk lasts. So we currently have 2 players. We're saying a technical director, it seems. Fantastic. We are looking to buy a winger. That started today. Patricio Melo hasn't gone through yet, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. We are bringing in Bill Araujo from Universitario de Deportes. Peruvian centre-back who looks fine. He's had a terrible game so far this year. Delightful. So, transfers in and out. What have we done is the question. The answer will be no. So we brought in we'll have a players we got rid of. So Aranchiba has gone to Everton. He's a defensive midfielder we didn't play at all last year. Riviera is a goalkeeper. He's gone to a team who finished behind us in the league last year. He wanted to leave pretty much the minute I walked in the door, so he is gone, which is fine by me. I'd never intended on using him. I don't even made it on our bench. Puchelman, gone to Everton. He was another defender. Yeah, he was a right back. He wasn't... Yeah, exactly. That's why I got rid of him. He's not worth effort. So we had plenty of options at right back, which I had much more enjoyment, or more emphasis to use. Navarrete, who you might remember was one of our strikers from last year, didn't play at all that well. He has gone to O'Higgins for 775k, which is fantastic, so we made profit on him because he came in last year for free, and he didn't do that well for us. I never really liked playing him because he didn't seem like a very good striker. Attribute wise, he was decent. Scoring wise, no. Then we lost one of our youth prospects, Carmona, who is a attack midfielder, winger, striker kind of thing. Doesn't really know what he wants to be, but we made 145k. Could go up to $500,000 if he plays like 50 games or something. I don't know what exactly the deal is, but if he plays a certain amount of games, and I think there's a sell-on clause in there as well, so Higgins have paid way too much money for him, in my opinion, but I'm not the one making their signings. Lucas Diaz was a right winger. He's gone to the strongest. Then Palestino signed Ramirez, goalkeeper, yeah. He's gone for, I think it was 50k. He was backup goalkeeper. We knew we were getting one in already, so I transfer listed him. Ramirez was gone to Palestino for $500,000. They also signed a left back, Pellegio, who was on loan at someone last year. Cornetto has gone to Corricho Unido, same place where Riviera went. He's the left back, left midfielder, winger person. He's gone for up to 625k. I was surprised that we got that much for him. And Druget has gone to Union La Calera for 250k. He was out on loan last year with somebody. He was in Paraguay last year. Didn't play a single game for them. He's gone to a rival of ours. Don't think he's going to do all that well. And that's all the outs we have at the moment. Like I said, not a whole lot of time left in the transfer window now, so don't expect much more ins or outs. We did sign Daniel Gianto, who is a 22-year-old, turned 22 yesterday actually. Happy birthday, Daniel Giannato. Looks quite good. 18 tackling, 16 determination. Marking and heading is decent. He's 5'11", so it's a little bit on the short side. We paid a good lot of money for him, actually, 2 million. Oh, we did not realise that. He's valued at 975k now. It's not terrible. He spent a season on loan last year in Bolivia. Played quite well actually, 7.19. It's not bad. I haven't really looked at histories and stuff. I just kind of looked at attributes to this point. The numbers for this year are all over the place. Some of the numbers are weird. Cardozo came in. He is another centre back, but he's a 5-star potential centre back. He came from Defensor Sporting, but this man had 16 marking and tackling, teamwork, aggression, determination. This guy. Yeah, this guy's good. 2.2 million value. We paid 3.6 million for him, but he played for the team that won the Uruguay top division last year. So he's, bulking up our defence, looking like there could be something good to come this year. We have a stronger defence now. We have 2 new centre backs, which is just, we actually have centre backs this year, which is, I'm spoiled for choice now. And Arturo Arturo, our new goalkeeper, played quite well for Palestino last season. He looks a decent keeper now. We're going to play him as just a standard goalkeeper for now. He's learning to be a sweeper keeper. I've had so far with South America, sweeper keepers haven't really worked out all that well for me. So I'm not going to push too much to have the goalkeeper do too many things because, I get scared. So that's all that we've done so far. We've had an awful lot of offers for players that haven't quite worked out, which has been frustrating. I haven't released anybody. Did we not release anybody? I thought we released people. Goes back to last season. Definitely didn't release him. No, we mustn't have released anybody. Okay. Oh my god, it's taking so long. We did go through a takeover for the majority of the transfer window. Still willing to listen to offers, but it fell through. So we haven't had a whole lot of time. I didn't realise we were under an embargo until it came up saying we're under the embargo now, but the Director of Football wasn't really putting in any offers for anybody. So I think pretty much all of February we've been under an embargo. But the guy, they're saying in the new... Okay, must have had an offer rejected for him. Where is it? No, it's not that one. Where is it? I don't know. Some guy called Torres was coming in, I think, unless the current owner's name is Torres, which it could be. No, it's Moza. But we've had plenty of offers come in for the club, which has been, well, we've had one, and it spent the majority of the transfer window looking at it going, do something. But this is our one lineup for the first game of the season today against Universidad de Chile. We're just going to play the game because why not? Arturo is going to start in goal. Saavedra and Burgos, who you probably don't recognise because he was in the under-19s last year. Zuniga has an injury. He's out with a hip injury for 3 months, so we're not going to have him for a while. Astorga and Cardozo are going to play as our centre-backs. Salaberry and Pizarro as our central midfielders because Tapia's fit now again. Put Tapia in there. Figueroa is going to play in central midfield. Aguilera and Riquelme are going to play as our wingers. As you can see, Riquelme, number 41 this year. I hit auto number, gave Tapia 14, Riquelme 41. Okay, fair enough. Didn't give everyone numbers, which is interesting. And Riviera is up front. We do have a B team now, which I don't know why, because we don't really have enough players to fill first team and the under-19s. But you know, we'll just deal with it. We're playing Salaberry as the Segundo Volante this year because that's what he wants to be. I was going to play him as an attack Segundo Volante, but I don't know if that's a good idea. So we're going to tell the lads we need revenge on Universidad de Chile after what happened last time we played them, which it's been every time we played them. We've not really done anything against them. Just get rid of the league table because we don't need to look at it right now because it's literally the first game of the season. So it's not going to make any difference if we have the league table up. It's just going to be a case of if we're winning, we move up to the teams with 3 points. If we don't win or if we draw, we sit in the middle. I think pretty much every game ended with a winner, I want to say. We are going to demand more. We're 15 minutes in, not a whole lot of highlights. It's been one shot on target in the entire game. Go on, Mr. Assistant Man. Tell the players what to do to stop us from having shots from long range. Hector Rojas. Saavedra's picked up a booking at Figueroa and Riquelme, not having great games. Riquelme did get a new contract, interestingly, as did Astorga, but I don't think it's going to stop clubs from wanting to try and sign Astorga or Riquelme. But Riquelme has been quite poor of late. We are going to ask for a bit of creativity. It is a derby game. It is first game of the season. We do not want to be losing first game of the season. And the fact we have the rest of the transfer window. At least I don't have to worry about transfer dealings. Oh, Arturo got lucky there. Alright, Riquelme, you're playing really poorly. Alright, Navarro technically can't play left wing, but he can play left midfield. So I'm going to make him do left wing. Burgos struggling. Don't have a left back on the bench because we don't actually have. Surprise, surprise! We don't have a fit left back. It's fantastic. We don't really have an awful lot of options, to be fair. Bring Yara on for Aguilera. So we've changed both wingers now. We could go 3 up top. If we concede here, we go 3 up top. Y'all want to be advanced forwards, don't you? Well, guess what? You're all being advanced forwards. Good job, buddies. I can't. Burgos. Oh, actually, yeah, Sanchez can play left back. I forgot about that. Sanchez can play left back. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring Sanchez on to play left back. We're going to go 3 up top, and we are just going to attack. Because why not? Second, we do need to make one change. Segundo Volante on attack. So it's going to move up. It's going to run around a bit more. Hopefully get a bit more involved attack-wise. Salberg moved into a Segundo Volante on attack. Instantly goes up to a 7. I like it. We are not going to get anything out of this game, which is just infuriating. We're going to lose 1-0 to Universidad de Chile on the opening day of the season. Fair, please. God damn it. God damn it. We lose, of course we do. It's what we seem to be good at. Yara's 1 appearance away from it getting a clause where he can go up to 1200. Fantastic. We went into mad debt during the transfer window as well, which is fantastic. We're now back up to 2.2 million. We did have it was when we paid out for the tax bill and something to the directors. We lost 11 or 12 million in one go, which was just fantastic. I was sitting there kind of going, where's all our money gone? We do have that bug where the wage is just going up constantly. We've not done anything. Wage budget is just, it was 108k or 108,000 per week 3 days ago when I checked to see what the overall balance was doing. Yeah, we're in weird territory again. Right, when are we going to come back is a good question. Thank you for asking. We are going to come back for, we come back for the Concepcion and San Luis de Quilota games, because I want some revenge on Concepcion for taking away our opportunity to make it into the South America. So leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to be our best signing this season that we've made so far? Like I said, not long left in the transfer window now, so we're not going to be too worried about any more transfers coming, because it's probably not going to happen. But if you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Share with all of your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!